Hi, everybody. As Andy said, I'm Caroline Dunn. Happy holidays to everybody, regardless of what you're celebrating. I am clearly going to be celebrating Christmas this year. I was raised Catholic. I'm not anymore. My therapist just diagnosed me with post-Catholic guilt. Sorry, there's a lot of echoing in the background. So I'm going to be celebrating Christmas again this year. I was a really good Catholic when I was a Catholic. We went to church every single Sunday. Even when we were on vacation, some people don't do that, but you're supposed to, guys. Like, come on. Anyway, so really good Catholic for many years. I was an altar server. No, nothing bad happened. All right. I'm good. So I was an altar server from like when I was in 5th grade up until I graduated high school. So it was a really long span of time. And even after, I stopped going to church every Sunday, I would still go to Christmas Mass with my family. It was tradition. It was tradition. That tradition ended a few years ago. And so what I wanted to share with all of you today is the story of the last Christmas Mass that I went to. It was a couple of years ago. I was at my home parish where I was baptized. My parents got married there. So I've been there a really long time. My parents were Eucharistic ministers. For all of you non-Catholics out there, that means that they get to go and actually give out the Eucharist, aka little pieces of bread, right? And the blood, aka the wine, right? So they're up there doing that. So I was by myself in a pew, just chilling out, getting ready to sing some Christmas songs. I was down for Oh Holy Night, Silent Night, all that, ready to sing all those songs. When the sacristan comes out towards me. Now the sacristan, for again, all you non-Catholics and all of you Catholics who aren't altar servers and might not know this, the sacristan is the person who is in charge of everything that goes on behind the scenes in a Mass. He's basically like the backstage of church, which is like the worst thing to be backstage of. Like nothing crazy happens. It's not like, like you're actually like having any, like you're not getting a VIP pass or anything like that. It's just, so that's his job. So anyway, he comes out and he goes, "Hey, you used to be an altar server." I'm like, "Yeah, like 10 years ago, like a really long time ago. Like, I don't remember any of this stuff." He's like, "Oh, none of the altar servers showed up. We really need help. Can you help us?" And now I haven't been going to church, right? And church, they decided to like revamp things. They did a remix, right? I'm OG. I'm Vatican II. They decided to do like a whole remix on this thing. So like they changed like all the parts that I know. So like I can't even like fake it really well anymore because they've changed so much. But I feel really bad, right? How can you say no to this? You're in church, right? It's Christmas. Come on, So I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll help you. So I put on the robe and everything, and they give me the worst job you can get as an altar server, which is using the incense. Now, incense in the Catholic version of incense isn't, like good smelling hippie incense. It's like if mothballs and potpourri came together and lit themselves on fire. It's disgusting. So I'm wandering around, with the little incense thing, smelling up the entire church. It's disgusting smelling. And I mean, it's like become a part of me at this point. Like I can't smell anything but incense. So it's like burning my eyes. But at one point, the priest is standing on the altar and he like waves me up to him. So I go up there, I got my little doohickey, I'm waving it around and I'm like, "Hey, like, what do you want, man?" And he says something to me, but he's from Africa. And so he had an accent. And one of my many problems is it takes me like a hot minute to catch on to what somebody's saying if they have an accent. So he says something to me, and all I can hear is like the Charlie Brown adult in my head, and I don't know what he's saying to me. So I go, "What?" And he says it again. I'm like, what? And so finally, on the third time, I'm able to understand what he's saying. And it's just, he's, get more incense. To which I reply, Jesus. So now I have said Jesus to a priest who's on an altar during a mass on Christmas. I have broken a commandment. This is a pretty big problem. And then immediately after I say this, I realize he has a mic. So I have said Jesus into the mic of a priest who's on an altar during a mass on Christmas. So of course I follow up this indiscretion by going, oh shit, also into the mic of a priest on an altar during a mass on Christmas. Let's just say the rest of the mass was really awkward. I was nervous the whole time. I thought maybe I would burst into flames, lightning, wasn't really sure. God didn't get me back till the next year. So it's Christmas again. I'm of course nervous of showing up to mass after my last indiscretion. And I get horribly ill. I think it's God. You might think it's psychological, but either way, I was very sick on Christmas the next year. Not a fun time, but I probably deserved it. So to all of you out there who are going home and trying to fit back into traditions that might not quite fit you as well as they used to, I wish you luck and happy holidays.
All right, great.